stay focused on you.
No, it's not fair.
But it
I'll
sounds
end it
like
there.
it's tit for tat,
No.
like you did it because I did it.
No, I'm not
Stay
fair.
Why are we...
Y'all, hold on to your seats, because what you're about to hear will tear through everything you thought you knew about Dr. Simone and Cecil Whitmore. Just 3 days before Christmas, a single message sent from Dr. Simone flipped her world upside down. It wasn't a casual note, it wasn't a holiday greeting, it was a decision, a revelation, a bombshell that struck at the very core of what it means to be a family after a divorce. Cecil's reply? It hit harder than anyone could imagine, leaving Dr. Simone in tears, shaking, questioning every emotion she thought she had under control. This wasn't about petty fights or celebrity drama. It was about two adults forced to confront love, heartbreak, and responsibility in the rawest, most brutal way possible. The shocking truth is, while the world expected bitterness, revenge, and cold shoulders, what happened next was almost unthinkable. In the middle of holiday chaos, with public eyes glued and social media hungry for scandal, Dr. Simone and Cecil chose something revolutionary. They chose respect, cooperation, and the sacred welfare of their children. Every festive light, every carefully wrapped present, every laugh and tear that echoed through their home became a testament to the power of putting pride aside for the sake of family. Friends, experts, and insiders are calling it unprecedented. Critics who expected emotional warfare were left stunned. This Christmas Eve, in a season of heartbreaks and public fallouts, Dr. Simone and Cecil redefined what it means to separate without destroying. And yet, behind the smiles and the festive cheer lies the raw, unfiltered truth of what this message exchange revealed, a story of heartbreak, sacrifice, and shocking parental dedication that no one saw coming. Brace yourselves, because the full story will leave you breathless, questioning every holiday tale you've ever believed.
He's not perfect. He's walking around thinking he is. And all of our problems...
Buckle up, because what you're about to witness is not just another celebrity divorce story. This is raw, unfiltered, emotionally devastating, and utterly shocking. 3 days before Christmas, Dr. Simone sent a message to Cecil Whitmore that would unravel the very foundation of her world. The text wasn't a casual greeting, and it wasn't a simple check-in. It was a bold declaration, a confrontation with heartbreak, and a plea for something that most thought impossible: cooperation, respect, and the preservation of family even after love had ended. Cecil's response came fast, and it landed like a thunderclap, leaving Dr. Simone in tears, shaking and questioning everything she thought she knew about the man she once shared her life with. This wasn't about bitterness, petty fights, or public feuds. This was about two adults staring into the wreckage of their marriage, forced to make decisions that would either protect or destroy their children's sense of safety and love. The days leading up to Christmas Eve were a whirlwind of preparation, tension, and unseen emotional battles. Dr. Simone meticulously planned each detail, not for herself, but for her children. Every gift wrapped, every ornament hung, every light strung across the house was done with painstaking care to create a world that felt safe, warm, and normal for the little ones. But behind the festive exterior was a storm. Each smile Dr. Simone put on for the cameras, every laugh caught in casual Instagram stories, masked the tears she fought to hold back. She was battling grief, disappointment, and the haunting feeling that even after the love ends, the responsibility never does. Cecil Whitmore, on the other side, was equally shaken. His response wasn't angry, it wasn't dismissive, it was calculated, respectful, and loaded with an intensity that stunned everyone who knew the couple. There were no threats, no public meltdowns, only an unspoken understanding that the old dynamics were gone, replaced by a fragile but necessary partnership. Friends and insiders who got glimpses of their private conversations said it was like watching two adults rebuild a bridge in the middle of a storm, brick by brick, word by word, decision by decision. What made this story explode across social media wasn't just the emotional depth, it was the shock value of seeing a divorced couple act with decency in a world obsessed with scandal. Everyone expected drama, public humiliation, and fights that would make headlines. Instead, they got cooperation, strategy, and heartbreak masked as tradition. Matching pajamas, hot chocolate by the fireplace, carefully choreographed holiday moments for the children, every single act was designed to send a message that, even after love dies, respect can survive, and children's emotional safety is paramount. Yet, this wasn't just a fairy tale. Dr. Simone's tears in the quiet hours, the late-night calls to friends, and the private confessions she shared off-camera revealed the brutal reality of divorce at the highest emotional stakes. Each conversation with Cecil peeled back layers of pain, regret, and unresolved emotion that neither party could ignore. There was anger, yes, but it was tempered by necessity. There was heartbreak, but it was laced with determination. There was grief, but it came with a plan, an unspoken vow that this Christmas, their children would not pay the price for their broken marriage. Sources close to the family revealed that friends and therapists alike were astonished by what they witnessed. Some called it revolutionary. Others said it was surreal to see two adults prioritize family over ego. And yet, beneath the surface of calm and coordination lay a tension so palpable it could be felt through every video snippet, every holiday photo, every social media post that tried to capture a perfect Christmas moment. The truth was rawer, darker, more devastating than anyone could post online. The most shocking element? The message exchange itself. Dr. Simone's initial text was filled with vulnerability, pleas, questions, and a hint of fear. Cecil's reply was measured, but had an emotional punch so intense that it left insiders stunned. The exchange wasn't long, but every word carried weight, meaning, and consequence. It was the kind of communication that could change the trajectory of lives, test emotional limits, and force adults to make choices they never imagined facing. This story, while centered on celebrity names, reflects a tragedy that is universally relatable. Divorce is often painted as either messy or liberating, but this scenario showed something rarely discussed: the painstaking, heart-wrenching effort it takes to separate with dignity while protecting those most vulnerable. It exposed the raw, emotional cost behind the perfectly staged holiday moments, the Instagram-worthy smiles, and the "we're fine" public statements. Every act of cooperation was a battle won over pride, resentment, and lingering hurt. As Christmas Eve approached, the house transformed into a festive sanctuary. Lights twinkled, ornaments sparkled, and laughter filled the rooms, but only those inside knew the depth of emotion that underpinned every scene. The children's joy was real, but it was forged from the sacrifices of two adults who had learned, painfully, that love can end without turning into chaos. Dr. Simone and Cecil were rewriting the narrative of divorced parents everywhere. They weren't just surviving the holidays, they were redefining what family could mean after heartbreak. And yet, the story doesn't end with smiles and hot cocoa. The tension, the grief, and the emotional scars lingered like shadows. Friends revealed that late at night, Dr. Simone would revisit the message thread, rereading Cecil's words, trembling at the magnitude of what they had achieved, yet feeling the pain of what they had lost. Every word, every decision carried an invisible weight, a tragic reminder that even in moments of triumph, the cost of emotional resilience is often invisible. In the end, what makes this story explosive, heartbreaking, and utterly viral is the collision of human vulnerability, parental responsibility, and public expectation. The message that Dr. Simone sent 3 days before Christmas wasn't just a text, it was a turning point. The reply she received wasn't just a response, it was a challenge, a reckoning, and a testament to what adults can do when forced to choose between pride and children's well-being. This isn't a story of hate, revenge, or celebrity spectacle. This is a tragedy, a triumph, and a lesson all rolled into one, a shocking, emotionally charged, power-packed narrative that no one could have predicted, yet everyone will remember. The house was alive with the glow of holiday lights, the faint scent of pine and cinnamon in the air, yet beneath the surface, an invisible tension hummed like electricity before a storm. Dr. Simone moved quietly through the living room, adjusting a stocking here, tucking a ribbon there, all while her mind raced over the message exchange from 3 days ago. Each word Cecil had written replayed relentlessly in her head, a mixture of relief and heartbreak intertwining so tightly that she could barely breathe. This wasn't the triumphant holiday scene anyone outside could see. This was survival in its rawest, most emotional form. Every laugh she forced, every cheerful tone for her children's sake, was an act of courage against a flood of lingering pain. Meanwhile, Cecil was navigating the same emotional minefield on his side. Publicly calm, privately shattered, he was reminded with every twinkle of a light, every ornament hung, of what had been lost and what had to be preserved. Insiders revealed that his hands shook as he wrapped gifts, his mind grappling with the juxtaposition of past love and present responsibility. The holiday, meant to be joyful, became a crucible, testing whether two adults could truly put aside pride and resentment for the sake of the ones who depended on them most, their children. The preparation for Christmas Eve became almost ritualistic, each small decision loaded with weight. Matching pajamas were not just a cute tradition, they were a shield, a buffer against the emotional chaos that lingered beneath the surface. Hot chocolate and carefully orchestrated family moments became weapons against the specter of the broken marriage, a fragile attempt to create normalcy in the midst of lingering tension. But the reality was far from the picture-perfect images that would eventually surface online. Behind the smiles, every glance between Dr. Simone and Cecil was a silent negotiation, a reminder of the fragility of their truce. Late into the night, after the children were asleep, Dr. Simone sat alone with her phone. The messages from Cecil were there still, glowing on the screen, each one a reminder of the fragile understanding they had achieved. She read and reread them, the words sinking deep, pulling forth a torrent of emotions she had barely managed to hold back during the day. Anger, heartbreak, longing, and resignation collided, leaving her exhausted yet strangely fortified. This private moment revealed the truth no social media post could convey. Divorce is never clean, never easy, and even the most carefully constructed facade cannot erase the scars of emotional upheaval. Cecil, too, found himself wandering through empty rooms, pausing to glance at the stockings and ornaments, each one a silent witness to the sacrifices he was forced to make. The messages had revealed more than just willingness to cooperate. They had exposed vulnerabilities, regrets, and the raw humanity that persists even after love has fractured. Friends who witnessed snippets of this holiday preparation described it as surreal. A couple, divorced yet united in purpose, navigating the emotional chaos with precision, grace, and heartbreak. Every small gesture, placing a gift under the tree, preparing a cup of hot cocoa, was layered with meaning, a testament to the silent battles waged in the shadows of public perception. Sources revealed that the children sensed the gravity of the situation, even if they couldn't fully articulate it. Dr. Simone and Cecil had to tread carefully, balancing honesty with reassurance, transparency with protection. Conversations that seemed casual were actually strategic, aimed at instilling confidence and emotional security. Every mommy, daddy, we're okay carried the weight of an unspoken truth. Their parents were fractured, but their commitment to them remained unbroken. It was a delicate choreography of emotions, a battle fought silently but intensely in the hearts of both parents. As Christmas Eve unfolded, every moment became a test of endurance. Dr. Simone's laughter occasionally cracked, revealing the depth of her exhaustion and sorrow. Cecil's calm demeanor occasionally faltered, a fleeting glimpse of the raw emotions lurking beneath. The children, blissfully unaware of the full weight of the situation, found joy in the small traditions, but insiders revealed that even their innocent excitement was tinged with a subtle awareness that their parents were walking a tightrope of emotional survival. The most shocking revelation came when friends disclosed the intensity of the late-night discussions between Dr. Simone and Cecil. These weren't simple conversations, they were emotionally charged negotiations, each word carrying consequences, each pause loaded with unspoken emotion. Decisions about routines, gift exchanges, visitation, and holiday traditions became a battlefield where pride clashed with responsibility. What outsiders saw as calm coordination was actually a series of calculated compromises, each designed to protect the children while managing the lingering pain of divorce. Despite the gravity, there was an undeniable strength in their unity. Analysts and family therapists observing this dynamic called it extraordinary, unprecedented even. Two adults managing not only their own shattered hearts, but the fragile emotional landscape of their children with deliberate care. Yet the tragedy remained. The joy of Christmas Eve was built upon a foundation of loss, compromise, and unrelenting emotional labor. Every smile, every gesture carried the hidden weight of grief, the constant reminder that the love which had once bound them together had irrevocably changed. By the night's end, as the children drifted to sleep wrapped in the comfort of traditions meticulously maintained, Dr. Simone and Cecil shared a quiet moment of reflection. The messages exchanged 3 days prior were no longer just words on a screen. They had become a blueprint, a fragile roadmap for navigating the complex emotional terrain of divorced parenthood. But with that understanding came an acute awareness of the cost: sleepless nights, emotional strain, and the lingering ache of a love lost. The story of this Christmas Eve is not merely about a divorced couple trying to get through the holidays. It is a vivid, emotionally charged testament to the power of human resilience, the pain of loss, and the sacrifices made in the name of love, even when love no longer exists between two people. Every action, every word, every gesture was imbued with the tension of tragedy and the power of hope, creating a narrative that shocks, captivates, and resonates far beyond the glittering lights and festive decorations. This is the reality behind the smiles, the unseen tragedy that made this holiday unforgettable. The messages that started it all, the painstaking efforts to maintain dignity, and the raw, unfiltered emotions that coursed through every room of the house. This is what makes the story not just a tale of divorce, but a viral, emotionally explosive narrative that leaves the audience breathless, questioning what they thought they knew about family, love, and sacrifice. The sun rose on Christmas morning, casting a golden glow over a house that looked peaceful on the surface, yet beneath the lights and decorations, tension crackled like a live wire. Dr. Simone moved quietly through the rooms, ensuring every detail was perfect, every present in place, every smile ready for her children. But behind that calm, her mind replayed the messages from Cecil, each word etched into her heart like a brand, a reminder of both heartbreak and hope. Today wasn't just another holiday. It was the culmination of 3 days of emotional warfare, negotiation, and fragile compromise that could crumble at any moment. Cecil arrived shortly after, carrying gifts, coffee, and an unspoken determination to make this Christmas work. To the outside world, it looked like cooperation, civility, and normal holiday cheer. But insiders revealed the emotional stakes were off the charts. Every glance between them was measured, every word chosen with precision. There was no room for anger, yet anger simmered beneath the surface. There was no room for resentment, yet resentment lingered like a shadow in the corners of the house. Every movement, every gesture was part of a delicate balancing act. One wrong step could shatter the fragile peace they had built. The children ran through the halls in matching pajamas, laughing, oblivious to the storm that had raged behind closed doors for days. Dr. Simone and Cecil exchanged glances over their heads, communicating silently through subtle nods and exhaled breaths, a language built from years of intimacy and the painful lessons of divorce. Each parent knew the weight of the responsibility. They were the guardians of innocence, the protectors of childhood memories, the stabilizers in a house where love had fractured but needed to remain intact. The holiday rituals began, hot chocolate poured, stockings opened, gifts unwrapped, and cameras capturing moments that would later flood social media with images of perfect family joy. But what no one could see was the intensity of the emotions behind every smile. Dr. Simone's eyes welled with tears as she watched her children, knowing that every laugh, every squeal of excitement, was a fleeting moment of happiness carved out of a week of emotional chaos. Cecil's jaw tightened as he observed, silently acknowledging the sacrifices he had made to create this fragile normalcy. As the day progressed, private moments revealed the raw, unfiltered truth. Dr. Simone and Cecil found themselves alone in the kitchen, the children distracted with a movie. Their conversation was quiet but loaded, a high-stakes exchange about boundaries, responsibilities, and unspoken regrets. The messages from 3 days prior hung over them like a ghost. They spoke of compromises, of emotional endurance, of sacrifices neither wanted but both recognized as necessary. Every sentence carried weight, every pause an echo of the heartbreak they had endured. Sources close to the family disclosed that tension flared occasionally, small arguments, sharp tones, fleeting irritations, but each was immediately tempered by the awareness of what was at stake. These were adults navigating a battlefield of emotions, carefully calibrating reactions to protect not only themselves, but the children whose happiness depended on their restraint. Every decision, from which parent would handle breakfast, to who would read the bedtime story, to how they would maintain a semblance of tradition, was made with deliberate care, like chess moves in a high-stakes emotional game. By mid-afternoon, the house seemed to breathe with a fragile rhythm. Laughter and music mingled with the scent of baked goods and pine. Yet every observer, insider, or therapist who caught glimpses of the day confirmed the extraordinary effort involved. Dr. Simone and Cecil were operating at the edge of emotional endurance, performing acts of grace and restraint while grief, frustration, and the pain of a fractured marriage lurked in every corner. Their coordination was meticulous, yet it was built on raw, intense emotions that could surface at any second. Even the children, while outwardly joyful, absorbed the subtle tension. Observers noted the careful ways in which Dr. Simone and Cecil navigated questions about the past, the divorce, and the changes in their household. Every answer, every interaction, was crafted to reassure, to stabilize, and to shield innocence from the chaos of adult heartbreak. Behind the facade of a perfect holiday, they were engineering emotional security under extreme pressure, a task few could comprehend, and even fewer could execute with the level of precision required. As night fell and the house settled into quiet, reflective calm, Dr. Simone retreated to a small corner with her phone, revisiting Cecil's messages. The glow of the screen illuminated tear-streaked cheeks, the weight of sacrifice etched deeply on her face. Each word from Cecil reminded her of the journey they had endured together, the heartbreak, the reconciliation, the fragile hope for their children's happiness. Cecil, in another room, reviewed the same messages with the same intensity, each phrase a mirror of vulnerability, regret, and a shared commitment that transcended the end of their romantic relationship. This Christmas was more than gifts, more than lights, more than tradition. It was a testament to the resilience of human emotion, the capacity to endure heartbreak, and the profound lengths parents will go to protect their children. Every carefully planned detail, every orchestrated moment of happiness was a battle won against despair. Yet the shadow of tragedy remained, a reminder that even the most beautiful moments are fragile when built on the aftermath of love lost. Insiders emphasized that the emotional stakes of this holiday were unlike anything they had witnessed. It was a high-stakes negotiation between two adults who had once loved passionately, broken painfully, and now labored intensely to create stability amidst chaos. Each interaction, every smile, every sigh, was imbued with layers of emotion that made the day simultaneously joyful and devastating. The children's laughter echoed through a house steeped in sacrifice, masking the intense emotional labor that had gone into creating a semblance of normalcy. By the end of the night, as the children drifted to sleep wrapped in the comfort of tradition and love, Dr. Simone and Cecil shared a quiet moment in the living room. The weight of the messages from 3 days prior, the intensity of the past week, and the unspoken acknowledgement of their sacrifices converged in silence. The glow of the Christmas lights reflected off their faces, capturing a rare moment of peace that had been earned through emotional endurance, heartbreak, and sheer determination. This Christmas day will not be remembered for gifts, parties, or social media posts. It will be remembered as a day of extraordinary human resilience, a day when two adults, fractured by love and bound by responsibility, demonstrated the shocking power of prioritizing children above all else. The story of Dr. Simone and Cecil Whitmore is not just a tale of divorce. It is an emotionally explosive, power-packed, viral narrative that shocks, captivates, and leaves viewers questioning what they thought they knew about love, sacrifice, and the human heart. The story doesn't end here. What Dr. Simone and Cecil pulled off this Christmas is nothing short of miraculous, and the truth behind it is far more shocking than anything social media could capture. Behind the smiles, behind the laughter, behind every twinkling light and perfectly wrapped gift lies a battle of heartbreak, resilience, and raw emotion that most people could never survive. They navigated the chaos of divorce, the fragility of trust, and the crushing weight of responsibility with a level of courage that shocks and humbles all at once. This wasn't a story of petty celebrity drama. It was a story of sacrifice, a story of pain transformed into protection, a story of love for children that eclipses adult heartbreak. Every detail, from coordinating the day for the children to carefully managing their own emotional scars, was a testament to the lengths humans will go to shield innocence. What the world saw as a calm, festive family was actually a masterclass in emotional endurance and parenting under pressure. And yet, The true intensity of their struggle remains largely unseen. The messages exchanged 3 days before Christmas were not just words, they were the blueprint for survival, a raw, unfiltered roadmap through grief, pride, and heartbreak. Those words changed everything. They dictated how every smile, every laugh, and every gesture would be measured, controlled, and directed to protect the most vulnerable. This story is explosive, it is tragic, and it is completely unforgettable. It forces viewers to confront the truth about divorce, about family, and about the hidden sacrifices parents make. If you thought this was just another holiday story, think again. Share this narrative, let the world see the shocking reality behind the holiday cheer, and understand the power of human resilience in the face of heartbreak. Witness what most people could never survive, and let the emotional truth of Dr. Simone and Cecil Whitmore's Christmas echo across every feed, because this is real, this is raw, and this is the viral drama that everyone needs to know. Their story isn't just a lesson, it's a revelation, and now it's your turn to see, share, and react to the shocking, tragic, and unforgettable truth.